These are the pictures broadcast tonight on Egypt State Television. The bodies of 24 policemen killed by suspected Islamic militants in Sinai. There's no shortage of victims in Egypt, but they're not treated equally. The bodies of Muslim Brotherhood supporters are piling up. The latest casualties were 36 prisoners who died in police custody under circumstances that are still unclear. This is one of Cairo's city morgues. It's already overflowing with the bodies of hundreds of victims of the violence. We were told by families that the bodies of prisoners have been brought here too. New details have emerged about last Wednesday's assault on the Muslim Brotherhood's main protest camp. A Human Rights Watch report released today said the real death toll is much higher than government estimates. Heba Marayev is the organization's Egypt director.
Did they shoot indiscriminately into the crowd? I think clearly so. I think there were certain points where people were sitting where they thought was quite far away from the center of some of the gunfights. And somebody next to them would suddenly fall to the ground.
These weren't threats. These weren't people firing at security forces.
These weren't people firing at security forces.
Marayev said the use of excessive force and the failure of authorities to provide safe exit, even for the wounded, will have consequences for Egypt in the future.
I think the decision to forcibly disperse the sit-in was a turning point in Egyptian history.
And it's difficult to turn back.
It's difficult to turn back.
And Bob, there's a nighttime curfew in effect here in Cairo, and very few people are daring to break it. And more importantly, for the past couple of days, the Muslim Brotherhood had failed to launch large-scale demonstrations, despite calling on supporters to do so, whether it's because a lot of their leaders have been locked up or because they're simply intimidated to face the consequences.
And Charlie, adding to the attention here, this report now from the government that they may actually release former President Hosni Mubarak from prison. What do you know about that?
Well, that came from completely out of left field, considering everything that's going on here today. But yes, we got it from Hosni Mubarak's lawyer that he's been acquitted of charges of corruption and he could be released by the end of the week. He actually told us within the next 48 hours. However, prosecutors say they may bring other charges to keep him locked up for the foreseeable future.
Well, who knows what the reaction will be to that if they do release him. Well, thank you very much, Charlie.